Hello loves, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down the new moon in Aquarius. I am currently still in DR for my birthday. Coming back soon. Not happy about it, but anyway. So we're gonna do it from here. And before we get started, don't forget that I'm still having my birthday sale for the whole month of January. There's only like 6 days left or something like that. I don't know. To use the code birthday 2025 to get 50% off all of my services. So if you need a reading, any of the things, the link will be in the description for my website. So yeah, definitely take advantage of it, because I know I didn't do a Black Friday sale or anything like that. I know you guys are still waiting for the life update video. You guys are gonna get it because I filmed half of it at the beach but then my GoPro died, so I had to finish it, but then I have to edit it, and then I think you guys are gonna get it when I go back, especially because I think the way the ancestors set up for a safety issue specifically is you guys are gonna get that video when I go back. Just know that it's a safety issue. Just know that it's a safety issue, but you guys are still gonna get that video. I just need to edit it. But anyway, we're going to be breaking down the new moon in Aquarius. Is happening on the 29th. Welcome to Aquarius season, by the way. I hope that you guys have been enjoying the energies. Before we jump into the planetary positions and the aspects, and this is gonna come up in the rest of the reading, but there was an additional message that came up while I was meditating for this reading. I don't know who needs to hear it, but somebody needs to hear it. So essentially the way that it came up is that there is someone that is blocking destiny, but it's coming up as a parasitic energy, like literally throwing you off your path type energy. And it's really interesting because in the rest, when I pull the cards for the rest of the reading is the opposite of that. But for some reason there is someone out there that is dealing with being thrown off their path completely, like in a really parasitic way, to the point where it's like they're using like entrapment type vibes to take you off your path. So for some people you might end up like essentially conceiving with the wrong person. For some people you are in like a energy vampire type situation where you're just like somebody's feeding off your energy, but there's something about it that intoxicates. So whoever needed to hear that, you're off your path, so you need to get back on it. Anyway, I forgot to clarify with the last oracle deck for the collective messages for the new moon, so I'm just going to pull that real quick. So new moon collective messages. Ooh, there it is. I'll have to pick that up. New moon collective messages. 2 more cards. There it is. Okay, 4 more cards. Okay. Yeah. Okay. One second. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we have the additional messages there. So it's definitely coming up for somebody. I don't know what's going on, but somebody's literally trying to throw you off track. Okay. So we're gonna start with the planetary positions and then move to the major aspects. So we have a stellium in Aquarius right now. We have the sun in Aquarius, the moon in Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius, Pluto in Aquarius for this new moon that's coming up. We have Venus in Pisces, Mars in Cancer in retrograde, Jupiter in Gemini in retrograde, Saturn in Pisces, Uranus in Taurus in retrograde, and Neptune in Pisces. So there's definitely an air stellium with, you know, Aquarius. We have a lot of air energy and water energy in this chart. We have like a little itty bitty earth energy, and we have no fire. Zero fire. But the air element is definitely going to be very stimulating, and we're going to be dealing a lot collectively within each other. So take that as you need. Okay, so starting with the major aspects, so we have the sun in conjunction to the moon and the sun in conjunction to Mercury, sun in conjunction to Pluto. Obviously they're in the same sign, so that's why this conjunction is like happening. Essentially, with all of the Aquarius in the chart, they're all working together. So Sun is definitely going to be like your ego energy, your inner child, in alignment with your emotions, in alignment with your mind. Aquarius, because it is an air sign and it is a very like futuristic, like alien-y, out of this world type of sign, it can definitely help you see things from different perspectives. So this is a great time to really like sit with yourself and contemplate about different things. Don't just like take things to just take things. Like actually try to, you know, process things correctly so that you don't get lost in the sauce of like dealing with the aftermath of the energy. Like this is a great time to contemplate. This is a great time to think things thoroughly, not just make quick decisions or half-ass choices about certain things. But there is a sense of alignment within like your head, your ego, and your emotions, which is always fun when that's present, because then we don't feel as lost and we don't feel as tugged and pulled by our own energy. It's easier for us to make decisions when the planets are aligned in a way that they're like, yeah, well, we're actually all playing in the same team right now. That actually helps a lot to make clear decisions. The Sun is also in a trine with Jupiter, and Jupiter's in Gemini. And even though, you know, we're still deep in retrograde season, you know, we're in the process of exiting out of retrograde season, but it's not going to be till essentially April. So because March we have Mercury retrograde. So February you get that kind of break where it's like, oh yeah, everything's coming out of retrograde, and Mercury's like, hello motherfucker. So there's that. So with the Sun trine Jupiter, it's a really, really great time for any type of creativity, any creative ideas that you have. You might be feeling you might be getting a lot of ideas that are specifically to help the collective or to the betterment of the collective in some way. You definitely feel a different sense of community with people. You might be finding more people that you like jive with or vibe with. You might feel like, you know, you're understanding people a little bit better, or like or it might be the complete opposite energy, because you guys know Aquarius also rules detachment. As it rules the collective, it also rules detachment, and sometimes you have to detach yourself from the collective to understand the collective better. So there might be certain ideas and certain things that pull you out of the collective and put you in a state of reflection where you have to be like, wait, hold on, let me think about this for a bit before I move forward or take a step forward or whatnot. So it could literally be either or, but the Gemini energy is always more on the I want to talk about it, let's talk about it, what do you think about this, you know? So it could be a really great time for a lot of interactions. It could be a really great time for a lot of creative ideas coming through. You guys might be channeling a lot during this time. Specifically this new moon, especially because it is a new moon. This is a great time if you're looking for like a breakthrough idea, or like you're like, oh my god, I don't know what to do about this. I kind of have this thing, but I don't know what to do about it. I don't know how to approach it, blah blah. This would be the new moon to work through that and like really call that in. And you might be surprised in what way it comes to you, and also how it comes to you. Sun will also be in conjunction to Pluto, so there's a lot of transformative energy that's happening, especially collectively. You guys know there's a lot going on. Aquarius also rules social media. You guys, we're like in the middle of like right when Aquarius season was essentially jump starting. We're dealing with this whole TikTok situation with the social media, and the way that the government wants to control the collective consciousness and like the communications between everybody through social media. So there's a lot going on in that regard, where it's like how we're interacting, how we're connecting is more important than ever. Community is more important than ever. It's really important to make sure you're not super alienating yourself for community, especially a community that makes you feel like you're in a safe space. That's the key word there. Makes you feel like you're in a safe space. Because there's times when you detach yourself too much, you can alienate yourself so far. Again, it's like this is why Aquarius rules that detachment energy is very like that alien energy. Aquarius essentially is not in the planet Earth. It's outside, orbiting the planet and just watching. Sometimes like it has the ability to do that, and sometimes you do have to do that. But then sometimes you have to come back and land and check it. Okay, sometimes you gotta tack back in. but there's a lot of transformations that are happening within the collective consciousness. There's a lot of transformations that's happening, especially moving from Capricorn energy into Aquarius energy. With both of them are Saturn energy, so keep in mind that a lot of the government stuff that's happening right now, very much within the energy, because Saturn rules the government, Capricorn rules the government, Aquarius rules the collective. So it's how things like really what needs to be changed and what is being changed, and how is that going to impact the collective. Is it for the betterment? Is it for to cause more harm? What is actually happening? Who is benefiting from what? Is a key question right there. But there's definitely a lot of transformations happening, and you're going to continue to see that through Aquarius season, especially with Pluto in Aquarius. We also have the moon in conjunction to Mercury. So this conjunction is great to having, like, again, your emotions and your mind in alignment on the same page. So what you're feeling, what your intuition is telling you, is essentially what your mind is also channeling as well. Great time for meditation, like any type of air elemental, magic, spirituality, anything that you want to do on that, working with the air element, even just walking outside would be great for this particular moon. This particular moon, you need to kind of not be cooped up, and you need to get some fresh air, because it requires you to breathe. So meditating, great. Even just putting some incense on, great. Connecting within the collective conversations, awesome. Connecting with your ancestors, connecting with your spirits, again, great time to do meditation, any type of the inner, like, deeper work, great time for that. Really great time to, especially with the moon trine Jupiter as well, you might feel very like, be very mindful with your words during this time, because there's a really good window for manifesting with your emotions. So if you're really feeling something or really calling on something, you can literally manifest it, especially because Jupiter's in Gemini. You gotta take into account how quick Gemini energy is. It's very instantaneous type energy, but it's also in retrograde. So you gotta be careful what you're like tapping into, because it might feel a little bit like, depending on if you've been doing the work or not, because sometimes, you know, certain doors are closed and you have not been doing the work, it might be a little harder for you to just like sit in that emotions. This is a great time to do affirmations. This particular new moon, great time to do affirmations. And it's kind of like, if you do the affirmations, you just start playing it, you'd be surprised how quick it starts to work during this particular new moon, just because of all the air energy, and because communication and your voice is part of working with the air element. So again, breathing exercises, meditation, affirmations, writing, anything like that, great for this moon. And it would actually help to keep you more balanced and like purposeful, more determined, optimistic about what's going on in your life. But also, when you're like in a creative space and you're like in a safe creative space, you feel more pumped up about it. Like you'll feel more motivated to complete whatever it is that you are channeling. The moon will also be in conjunction to Pluto, so this can definitely lead to some issues when it comes to like emotional reactions towards people. This is one of those moons where you might get emotionally triggered. Anytime the moon is in any type of connecting to Pluto, it can be very, very intense, because Pluto is a very intense energy. So Pluto, especially, again, keep in mind it is an Aquarius right now, it's definitely going to trigger the collective energy. The moon, because it's already triggering the collective energy, it's like whatever's happening within the collective consciousness is going to directly impact your emotions. So like, let's say you avoid the news or something for a whole day, and then you check your phone and you get a news story pop up or whatever that news story is could literally trigger you to a point where you're feeling frustrated or hurt, or whatever wave of emotions come through will like change your perspective in some way. It could be frustrating. It could feel like you're losing hope. It could feel like you're feeling like, I don't know, anarchy or something. Like, it could feel like a lot of things. But it's important to kind of take into account how your emotional waves are, depending on how you are also being triggered, because you will be triggered. during this new moon, you will be triggered. Mercury is also in conjunction to Pluto. You will be triggered. Trust and believe that you're going to be triggered. But it's like any ideas that you're getting are also like, any questions that you're having are also to benefit the collective as well. So it's not just you. Also keep that in mind. Venus will be in a trine with Mars, which is really great for relationships and like attraction and type of like, especially you guys have to keep in mind that like Valentine's Day also falls under Aquarius season. So there is an aspect of love and relationships that is also attached to Aquarius energy that a lot of people don't pay attention to, because most people see Aquarius in a certain light. But this also is a great time to spend time with friends, people that you love, family members. This is really great creatively, especially because Venus is in Pisces, and that is, Venus is exalted in Pisces. So this is a really great time for any type of creative works. Trust and believe, I'm talking to myself because I still have to finish my book, so we're working on it. But this is a great time for any type of relationship kind of working. It is a great time for communication within relationships. Anything that needs to be cleared up, anything that like, even just talking about how you're feeling about current issues is a great way to kind of like get on the same page about the values and stuff like that. Venus will be in conjunction with Neptune. So spiritually, there is a sense, anytime Venus is like in a conjunction with Neptune, really great for romance, really great for like all of the, you know, like all of the romantic things. So great time to like just spend time with your partner, great time to go on a date, or a great time to, again, if you're calling in like a partner or something like that, it's a great time to do it. If I were you though, I would do it by a body of water. If I were you, with the Venus in conjunction to Neptune, because you guys know Neptune is the ocean itself. So if you're trying to call in a relationship or something like that, I would say do it by a body of water. If you don't have access to the beach, you're gonna have to go to the river. If you don't have access to the river, you're gonna have to do some sort of a spiritual bath, something of the sort. But I recommend just working with nature on that part, because that would actually help a lot. Mars will also be in a trine with Saturn. Be careful of burning yourself out, especially at work and anything that's just taking out like extra energy. You might be feeling also more drained because of the collective energy. So if you work in like any type of hospitality business, any type of like retail where you're directly talking to people, you might find yourself, your energy being more drained during this time. So just be mindful and make sure that you are getting your rest and that you're chilling out, because you might be feeling a lot more drained. And your body might be feeling a little bit like heavier during this time. Mars will also be in a trine with Neptune. Great time to manifest spiritual workings, all that kind of stuff. Really, really great time for it. It just really depends on what you're trying to do. Great time for healing. Great time to do road openings. Great time to like clear any unnecessary stuff from your path. Great time to remove any enemies and energy vampires and anybody taking from your energy that's not balancing out with you. Great time to do all of those things, okay? And then Jupiter will be in a square with Saturn, so keep in mind, and again, if you have not been doing the work, and you guys know I always say this, when Saturn is in a square with Jupiter, it will restrict your availability to abundance and prosperity. So you might find yourself not being able to, like, if you do a money spell, right, because you know Mars is doing this thing, Jupiter, all this stuff, but then and the moon is doing this thing with Jupiter. If you're doing those workings, but then you haven't been doing the work, and you just have a lot of stagnancy and a lot of stuff blocking things from coming in, you're gonna find yourself not getting what you want during this new moon. So make sure that you are clearing the path first. You guys have a good amount of time to work through any type of like clean your house, get you know, do a floor wash, you know, bless the home, do all that stuff. So you can properly call stuff in. But right now, because Aquarius really deals with a lot of the collective energy, your friends, family members, essentially anybody that you really have a relationship with, because your lovers can also be your friends. So you just have to be mindful of who you have in your life taking from your energy. Now, when it comes to the cards, it's really interesting because there's so many people in the reading. We have the Page of Cups, the The Nine of Pentacles, which you guys know is like the other Venus card for me. The Page of Swords. So creatively, most great time to set intention, great time to be creative, great time to set intention, great time to really, again, get yourself together. Anything that's like standing in your way, great time to clear, great time to do new things. It's a new moon, great time to do new things. Then we have the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords. Really telling you that is a great new moon to work any type of spiritual working. Great time. Because you're going from the pages to the queen. So there is an elevation that's happening. It's like whatever idea that you planted or that you're planting, it's just like it's just being elevated up. It's literally being elevated up, and you're able to just call it in. But that's if you do the work. Because if you do the bottom, if you see the bottom of the deck, we have, because you guys know I always stop at the major arcana, we have the Justice card, which is a card of Libra, so another air sign. We have the King of Swords and the Eight of Cups. So something has to be removed in order. You see, even the ancestors are like, yeah, I need to let go of some people, some things. Under that is literally the Ten of Pentacles. Some people, like, this is what I mean, some people have not released yet. Some people need to release yet, and that's that directness, that bluntness of, you know what, I don't need this. I don't need this. You gotta go. You're standing. You're imbalancing me. I don't feel balanced, so I have to. Bye. That's what this is. That's literally what this is. Like, you have to let go. You have to choose to let go. If you don't choose to let go, it's gonna be harder to tap into your abundance energy. Because you do. This is a really good window to manifest love, manifest spiritual growth, manifest, like, if you're like, let's say you have a business and you're working on social media to, like, great time to promote it, great time to talk about like different products, great time to, like, for things to go viral, great time to get out there, great time to manifest like love in all aspects, great time to also manifest like a child if that's something that you wanted to do. But it's literally like you're in a state of calling in whatever you want. There's some specific moons that are great for specific things. This is one of those new moons that's great for anything, honestly. But some of you gotta release first. And you could see that I bought this the playing cards. Dominican playing cards since I'm here. And I love it too because I get to read them in reverse, because they all came up in reverse, by the way. That's the other thing, they all came up in the reverse. We have the Two of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Knight of Wands in reverse. Some of you still are navigating through the retrogrades energy and you haven't released what you need to release. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles. Some of you want a family, some of you are settling with the wrong person. Some of you want a relationship, some of you are still dealing with a person that you're just essentially connecting with them for the cardinal things. You're not necessarily connecting with them properly. Some of you are like, it's just attraction for some of you. And even though you want to go deeper, you want it to be more grounding, but it's not this person, and that's the problem. And this is what I'm saying, like, some people are going to essentially use your energy, like energy vampire style, until you remove them, until you make that decision. Some of you are stuck in that situation. And again, this is a really not a great time for you to be doing that, because you have all this abundance energy coming through. So it's like you're wasting it. You're wasting yourself. The mice card in this specific deck is crazy, because it literally talks about, like, you know what? I'm gonna pull it up just so you guys get the context. I'm gonna pull it up, but essentially, some people are getting away with messing up with your stability, and because of the things that you're allowing in your life, you are essentially getting taken advantage of, and it's becoming a blockage. So the people that you are allowing are essentially taking so much from you that it's a blockage. So mice, keywords: erosion, infectious illness, loss, parasites. You guys have parasitic energy, people around you that are just taking. Theft, vermin, waste, worry. You're wasting time. You're literally wasting your own time. And some people know they're doing it. That's the other thing. It's like, they know they're doing it. They know they're doing it, and they're doing it anyway because you're allowing it. You're allowing it. So whose fault is it really? I said what I said. Bottom of the deck. It's the heart and the child. So again, some of y'all, the house, you think you're gonna build with you're building with the wrong person. Okay, some of you are building with the wrong person. Okay, the heart, the child, the house, and the stork. Some of you are doing, you guys are literally with the wrong person. Wrong person. And there's a part of you that knows, but you're just doing it anyway. So good luck with that. Anyway, with that being said, I love you guys. Oh wait, no, I forgot to show you these. So we have magnificence, aspiration, and ascent. The moon, cycles, radiance, and counsel. Some of y'all need some meditate. Sea glass, time, healing, and fortune. Because again, and pearl, luck, patience, and refinement. Some of you need to be more patient with some of the things that you want instead of settling. Okay. Anyway, I love you guys. I will see you guys in the next video.